Alright, so what I did for this, I decided to test out that brass, not brass, copper, onto this flexible tree to see how it will react. I did two types of painting. I did one with a brush here, while this one is airbrushed here. And considering that this is already in place, I do see some chipping, some flaking. The same holds true here. I even tried this part here, as you could see. So in one aspect, I have to say this: these parts are not, the umbilicals are not going to move a tremendous amount. They're going to stay in a specific position. The only one that probably will have some sort of slight movement whatsoever will be this. So I am going to start painting the copper onto these umbilicals. As a matter of fact, I have already started on a few. Here are some examples. This is the one that goes around the cheek. It's nice and shiny. There's the one under it that shows not painted, and then this one on the side. So I have that one done. Another one that's done is the forearms, but I may want to give it another pass. These are not going to move around a lot. This one I don't have to worry about. What I am probably going to have to worry about is me putting on, spray painting the leg parts, then putting it on again after I finish painting the inner frame. And then this one, once I spray paint this, I'll have to, somehow bend it a bit in a way, or I could probably pre-bend it and have it in a specific area and then put them on. Or I can put them on, cover up the kit from the inside, and then spray paint it on this. That would probably be the best thing. Alright, so let me try these techniques and see what I have to work with. Well, after nearly 2 weeks of me building, preparing, painting, and building the master grade Geara Doga, here are the results. My Geara Doga custom. With Zimmerman armor around the black parts. So what do you think of this? As you can see, everything is nice and detailed. I decided to use this gun, but I may decide to change it. Here's the front part with the Zimmerman armor. There's the umbilicals, of course. Thrusters came out pretty good. Here and here. Shield is amazing. Kind of really like the setup of the Panzerfausts. I can't say call it Panzerfaust. I think they're pretty much called RPGs. A little bit of shading there. There's that. I was surprised that there was not that much rear detail. Usually you could see like thruster packs or thrusters under here, but I didn't see anything. The knees came out. The knees came out okay. This one came out alright. I like that. Overall, this is really, really good. I like it. This has actually been one of my best works to date. Very nice. And I'm starting to really enjoy enamel paint more than I have with a lacquer-based paint. Some of the other parts that I've already painted. Here's the other rifle. Used gun chrome on this. Oh, not gun chrome, gun metal. And when you paint the inner frame, you really got to use a lacquer-based paint, because if you use not a lacquer-based paint, excuse me, acrylic, because you need the parts to move. So with acrylic, you're fine. With lacquer, you're gonna have a bit of a problem. Here are some of the other hands, which I'm really pleased that they at least introduce the hands where you can actually grab the other weapon on the other hand, which I may decide to do. I'm really not understanding the manipulator fingers, because even though these hands are huge, they can only bend up to there, and then they go up, like open like that, you know, high. So I know there's just certain poses that you'll see on certain people's websites, things like that. So I painted it either way just so I can get it out of the way. The other things that they came with that I painted, but I don't know if I'm going to introduce, are the actual beam Saber hilts. You have one that's extended and one that's closed. So basically, I may decide to use the closed one because I'm not planning to use the beam sabers. Not for this, but not for the demonstration of Comic-Con. And then here's the other helmet, which at first I thought I can take off, but I run the risk of scratching this helmet if I remove the back part of it, which is pissing me off now that I'm noticing that. So I may, clearly it's gonna be in the, you know, I'll have the one with the commander antenna left on. Other than that, I have covered everything that this kit has to offer. This kit is now not done. Yes. Before you guys begin to complain, bitch, and moan as to why I haven't completely finished it, I'm done right now, but that doesn't mean I'm done completely. I am now going to move on to finer details. First, let me tell you some things that I've discovered. Now, the umbilicals where I painted the brass, I spray painted the umbilical. You've seen in my previous video, I spray painted the umbilicals on the actual rubber tree. Then I cut it off and then I bented it so I can put it in. Now, up here and here, it already started to flake, and I left it a good day. This is the one where I thought it was going to be the most difficult. The bottom part's not much up here and here, because you're not going to move that, especially not in the inside of the forearm. And considering that I had a little bit of success actually hand brushing it, I'll probably be hand brushing the brass on these parts here soon. Just I want to put a little tape under it so that way the paint doesn't go on to the other part. Now the black, there's some fading, there's some chipping here and there. I'm not going to respray paint it. As a matter of fact, I'll just take my NATO black and I'll take a brush, standard old brush, and do a little dry brushing to fill in all the gaps. So dry brushing the dark parts, so that way it shows, you know, pretty well. Now there's some inconsistencies with some of the green, where one green is slightly darker than the other. I'm going to recover those parts and I'm going to spray paint it on the part itself, and I'm going to try to even out the coat so it's a little bit better. For those of you who probably don't see it, it's usually down here on the legs. The back part of the legs is a little bit darker here, so that needs to be lightened up. The leg itself is okay. This one probably needs to be a little lightened up, not too much. The front part a little lightened up as well. Maybe I'll leave it. Maybe I'll leave it alone. Who knows? But so far, everything else from the legs up is fine. Finer detail. I purchased this and it came in just yesterday, and I wanted to show it to you. There's certain areas that needs to be panel lined, and one part that I wanted to use was this. This is Vallejo's Game Color Wash Black, and I'm going to give it some washes. Clearly it's going to be for the umbilicals here, areas around here. Give it a little bit of dirtiness look to it, things like that. There's a custom detail that I want to try, and I hope to get it done so that way you guys can see it for next week. And I'm going to leave that as a slight surprise, because many of you people saying, well, what's so custom about it? Well, it's not completely done yet. There's another thing is I've ordered some decals that I'm waiting for it to arrive, so I want to apply this. So the minute I finish doing the wash, no, not the wash. The minute I do the dry brush, respray paint it, and detail up the umbilicals again, I'm going to give it a couple of coats of top coat just to seal it in. Then I'll do the wash, seal it in. Then I do the decals, seal it in, and then I'll be done. So that's pretty much what I'm planning to do. I have literally 7 days to get this done. Actually 6 days, because Friday, next Friday is not the day I'm going to be finishing up this kit. Next Friday, you guys will be seeing me at New York Comic-Con 2013. I hope everyone has enjoyed this series of videos of the Geara Doga. I try to keep it short, but you know, that's kind of hard to do. I really did enjoy this kit. This one I really enjoyed it, and I hope everyone appreciates the work I've done. With that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more Gundam models and Gundam Customs yet to come. Take care.